Sometimes the best revenge is no revenge at all. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. We're going to talk about revenge in this video. And before we dive into the topic, I'm talking a little bit lower than I normally do. I have to be a little quieter right now just because it's literally 2 o'clock in the morning at the time that I am recording this video, so I don't want to wake the neighbors. But with that said, let's talk about revenge. You guys read the title. The best revenge is living well. What do I mean by this? Well, a lot of times as a human being, it's very easy to fall into this state of mind where, you know, if someone screws you over or someone does something bad to you, you encounter some kind of malevolent person that wants to harm you, or someone that causes some kind of injustice to you or something like that. It's easy to fall into a state of mind where you want to get the person back. You want to put them in their place, right? You want to get revenge on them. You want to have like this, you guys have all heard the phrase, an eye for an eye, right? As human beings, it's very easy for us to fall into that kind of state of mind, right? It's natural. I've fallen into it. You guys have fallen into it. But I don't think that that is a wise move in life. I think that the best revenge is just going on to live your life in a good way. You know what I mean? Just going on to live a prosperous, healthy, joyous, happy, peaceful, fulfilling life. Because when you have this mindset where you want to get revenge on people and all this sort of stuff, and I get it, you know what I mean? People do bad things to us, guys, you know what I mean? There are people in the world that suck. There are narcissists in the world that want to hurt us, that want to harm us. And oftentimes we find ourselves in situations in life where someone has wronged us in an unjust way, right? And it's totally natural to feel a certain type of way about that. You know, it's totally natural to feel a certain way whenever someone screws us over or wrongs us in some way, and it's not justified, you know? So you almost want to do the same thing back to them, or you want to get them back, you know? You want to, oh, well, this person did this to me. Well, guess what? I'm going to do this thing to them too, you know? It's not the right way. It's not the right way, guys, because when you do that, in my opinion, you're no different than they are, because you're stooping down to their level, right? You're stooping down to their level, guys. And when you do that too, it's like, that's not the best revenge. That's not gonna really work in the way that you think, because it shows them that you care. You know, this person affected you so much to where you felt the need to try to enact revenge on them or take some kind of action against them, and that's not going to do anything. It's not going to do what you think it's going to do, you know? A lot of times that's just petty. That's just pettiness, you know? That's just, again, it's stooping down to their level. And when you take the high road, so to speak, and just go on to live your life in a prosperous way, that affects the person way more than any kind of petty revenge that you could do to them. You know, it's like, because when you just go on to live your life, you're telling them a couple different things. You're telling them, A, that you're not worth my time. You're not important enough for me to even give a shit at all about you or anything or what you did to me. So I'm just gonna go live my life and forget about you, okay? Number two, when you just go and live well, they have to see that for a very, very long time. They have to witness you go and live a prosperous life while a lot of these people that do us wrong in life are not doing very well. They're not going on to live a very good life. You know what I mean? They're very miserable and this sort of stuff. So when you go on to just live well, that is going to bother them, and that's going to give you the real revenge, because again, that's gonna hurt their ego even more, you know, just seeing that you don't give a shit, seeing that you are going on to live a great life while they are not, very likely. That's gonna affect them way, way, way more. That's gonna affect them way more. That's gonna affect them for a way longer period of time as well, you know, because again, they have to watch you, they have to witness you live a wonderful life for however many years, you know, for years and years and years and years. And trust me, that's going to bother them in any way. That's going to bother the person far more than any kind of revenge that you would have gotten on them. Because what you're really doing and what you're really showing is that you are the bigger person. You are the bigger person. You are the more mature person. You are truly the adult. You don't feel the need to try to get the person back. You're showing them that you're not affected by whatever it is that they did to you. You're showing that they're not important enough to have power over you. You know, you're showing them that they're insignificant, right? That, oh, they're just some idiot. They're just some irrelevant person that didn't even bother you at all. Whatever it is that they did to you did nothing to you. You know, you're showing them that you can't be touched. You're showing them that you can't be stopped. You're showing them that you don't have time for shit like that. You know, you're showing them that you are the more valuable person. You know, they have no power, guys. They have no power over you. They have no control. And you just go on and you live well and you live a prosperous, healthy life while they don't. And you don't give them any attention. You don't give them any power. And I promise you guys, that destroys people. That destroys them. When people see that they don't have any power over you, nothing that they do can affect you, that really bothers them. That bothers them far, far, far more than if you were to engage in revenge seeking, I can promise you. Because a lot of people, when you try to get them back and you take some kind of action or do something, really the person that screwed you over will actually prefer that, because now you're playing their game. When you play their game, you can't really win. So that's why you just don't play their game. You just go and live your life. You know, just live it well and be prosperous and be fulfilled and be happy and be joyous and be fruitful and all this sort of stuff. And that's gonna destroy them way, 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 way more, I can assure you. And a lot of people will say, you know, a lot of people have this mindset where it's like, oh, you know, don't be a pushover, don't be a doormat. You know, if somebody does something to you, don't let people disrespect you. You got to get them back, you know, put them in their place and all this kind of stuff. And again, I totally understand where that comes from. I totally understand that. I don't think you're totally wrong, but I think that, again, that's playing into their game. That's stooping down to their level. That's you're being just like them. And that's not what you want for your life, guys. That's not what you want. That's not what you want to show. That's not what you want for yourself. When you take the high road, instead of engaging in revenge and vengeful sort of mindsets and vengeful sort of activities, you're not being a doormat. That's not being a doormat. That's not allowing people to disrespect you. That's being the bigger person. That's choosing your peace over drama and chaos. That's choosing to live a good life and just be prosperous and just be well. It's choosing to not engage with petty stuff. It's the much better route to take. So, oh, you know, I'm gonna go slash their tires, or I'm gonna go TP their house, or something like this, or I'm gonna call their job and get them fired because they did this to me, you know, or I'm gonna do this or that thing. This, like, again, you're no different than they are. You're no different than they are, guys. So you never want to stoop down to people's level. It's always best in life, in my opinion, to take the high road and just forget it. You know what I mean? Forget it, move on with your life. Don't worry about getting revenge, because another thing about that too is it's deranging. It's deranging to your own mind. You know, if you're so caught up with trying to get revenge on someone that wronged you or hurt you or screwed you over or whatever, you're just gonna make your own mental health worse. You're just gonna derange yourself. You're just gonna ruminate in your mind about all these things that happened to you and all this sort of stuff. It's not good, guys. It's not good. It's not good for your peace. It's not good for your mental well-being. That's why I say living well is the best revenge, guys. So that's the video. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter one, so thank you guys for listening. Let me know if you agree in the comments. Let me know if I missed anything. And yeah, see you guys in the next one.